What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Life You Have with Tez. That's me, the show where I talk about anything that can improve your life. Today, we're going to get started on 4 essential items that frugal people should own. Now, I gotta say, sometimes even the most frugal people need gear. So the 4 things are in no particular order: a coffee maker, a garden, a battery charger, and a car tire inflator. So let's get into it. Number 1, a coffee maker. A coffee maker is the best equipment you can buy if you have nothing. It can make scrambled eggs, make soups, it can make spaghetti, probably even macaroni in the right hands. And when you get tired and you have a thirst that just cannot be quenched by any other means, then it can even make coffee too. It's good if you need it to have around, and it really doesn't take up much space on the countertops either. Number 2, a battery charger. Okay, so I have a couple of different battery banks. I have 5,000 mAh, which is really just saying how much juice the thing can actually hold. I got a couple of 10,000s around the house, 26,000, 24,000. That's a solar charger one. So I could pretty much say I'm pretty good on power, but these are definitely things that you want to have around because we live in a more digital age, a digital society where you're gonna need power backed up almost all the time. So it's essential that you have an emergency power. Now the ones that are 5,000, they're probably just good for if your cell phone runs out of juice, you need something really quick. You know, it'll give you about a charge that'll last depending on what type of phone you have, whether it's a super flagship such as like a Galaxy S8 or something like that, or an iPhone. It won't give you much, but it'll give you enough to be able to make an emergency phone call. Whereas a 10,000 might give you half a charge. 26,000 can probably charge you twice, along with some other things. A channel that you may see me even commenting on, we're like YouTube friends, just 2 Asians and a dog. And they have this honking massive energy box that can pretty much do anything. And that's their second source of generation. You're probably not likely to run out of power anytime soon if you get one of those. Also, I would say look into 12-volt car inverters. Car inverter is a little thing that plugs into your cigarette lighter spot in your car, and it turns your cigarette lighter into an AC plug. Now, don't try to run anything that's gonna blow out your car or anything like that, but it probably can be used if you're like a DoorDash driver and you're trying to, do college work or something like that. You probably charge your laptop by it. It's gonna charge very slow because, what do you expect from a 12-volt charger? But you should be good to go because it's running off your car's battery. So that's one of those things you're probably gonna need. Number 3, a car tire inflator. All right, so there's some things that you really need. Like sometimes air at these gas stations is ridiculously priced. $1.75, $2 for some air. Man, it's 2021. We should not be paying for air in our tires, but here we are. It's a quick way to get money. So therefore, I would say do yourself a favor and invest in a car tire inflator. I got one from Amazon for $21. The thing is very good. It's a little loud, you put it on your car, press the button, it inflates your car back to the tire, back to what it was, whatever your thing. I would always say keep your car tires inflated a little bit under the max PSI. That way your car still has room for expansion if you live in a really hot area, and that way it gives your tires room for expansion without actually cracking your tire. And number 4, the best one, I saved the best for last, that is grow yourself a garden. Now, okay, garden might not be the best thing for frugal people. There's a meme going on that says I wasted 3 months of my life for something I could have got for $2.95 at the store or something like that. I don't know. Garden it's gonna pay dividends after you get it set up, because there's an initial investment that you have to put in. You could, if you have land, you can go outside and plant a seed in the ground, put the seed in, maybe it'll grow. Who knows? I don't know what your soil is like. There's so much to go over when it goes to soil, but okay, let's just break this down. All right, let's say you want some potting mix because you're gonna start a container garden on your patio because you don't want to dig up the ground. Okay, well, container, average container, about $5.95 maybe-ish for a sub-irrigated type of planter. That means it has a little bitty air gap in the bottom, and you water it from the bottom instead of watering it through the top. And what happens is the plant's roots actually feed down into that actual. Then you have a super sub-irrigated planter, which is super sub-irrigated planter is basically what the city pickers garden. Those are, I believe, $29.99, and then you will need 2 cubic of soil to actually fill that up. So you're already dealing with about $40 plus the cost of seeds just to start your garden on there. But that's a lot of food that can grow. So that's an investment worthwhile. But let's say you didn't have any of that and you just wanted to go to Walmart, pick yourself up a little terracotta pot and then put your seed in the top of it. So what, 99 cents, and then you can probably put some kind of shallow root thing in there, like a strawberry or some lettuce. Something that's not gonna actually do anything, but it is gonna bring you some food. I can go over cost by cost of a garden, but I would say it's one of the better things if you're trying to be budget conscious or take care of yourself. We saw with the pandemic, seeds were flying off the shelves. No one was able to actually keep seeds in stock because people were trying to plant like it's the apocalypse. The thing about seeds is that you need to give them time to grow. Like, you need to know that lettuce will mature within, 30 to 45 days, so you need to plan accordingly. I like to refer to it as the CD ladder. The CD ladder is basically how, like, if you had a CD or a certificate of deposit in the bank, then you would say, okay, I'm gonna do a 6-month one, I'm gonna do a 9-month one, I'm gonna do a 12-month one, and so on and so forth. So when the one that's at 6 months matures, roll it over into your 9-month one. And then when your 9-month one matures, roll it over into your 12-month one. So how that relates to gardening and seed storage is that you wanna, if you know something is gonna take you 30 days, then what you do is you get that going. Your radishes and all that stuff, you can do that. So you can harvest all your radishes out of the 30 days. You plant all this stuff at the same time so you can reap all the benefits. Like I said, you put your 30s, your 60s, and your 90s. So your corn and all that stuff is in your 90 days. Your tomatoes and stuff is about in your 60 days, depending on how fast you got seasons and all that stuff. You might want to start growing in the house, which I have a video on that I just did where I start my seeds inside of an arrow garden. Also not really, maybe this is just gonna be a three essential thing. I will cut this video off and then I will see you.